So this is a topic that has come up quite a lot recently in the comments and in conversations in the studio, but it's to do with the length of the driver for really tall people. With someone that's taller, when you're using irons, with an iron it's a shorter club, so I'm closer to the floor. With someone that's really tall, I really need that length to be in the right place so they can keep their posture, so they can stand up nice and tall, instead of dipping down to the ball and putting faults into their swing to make up for clubs that aren't long enough. So posture is a very important part of the game. When we go to the driver, however, there's already a lot of length on the club and it's hard to lose your posture even with a club that's shorter than standard, even if you're 6'5". Now, a good point of reference here in this discussion is the players on tour. So there's a few tour players that are 6'4", 6'5", really tall guys that have got a lot of reach to the ground, but they're still using 44.5-inch driver shafts. They're still using shafts that are 1 inch to 1.5 inches shorter than what you see on the shelf. And again, that's because at 44 inches, for example, there's still enough length in the club for that tall person to still keep good posture. They just have the club a little bit closer to them without changing it. When they have an iron that's standard length, they have to change their posture and come out of it a little bit. And I've done lots of tests on long shafts against short shafts. I've got an old one sitting in the background that's quite informative. And I've only ever seen one example where a golfer benefited from a longer shaft. And that's mainly because he was a junior when he had it shorter and he grew. So he needed the club to grow with him. For someone that's already grown up, already gone through that process, a shorter shaft is more consistent through the ball, it's more consistent in strike, it's easier to hit the middle of the face more often. And just think, the shafts are so long on the shelf because when you go into a fitting, they really want you to hit one shot better than the rest. Because a lot of golfers, you'll hit like a group of shots, where a group of shots will go like around here, and then you'll try another club and the group of shots is just there. But then this shorter one might have had a couple of shots that went past what the other one could do, but you might buy the club because of those 2 shots. But actually what we really need is the grouping to be as consistent as possible. But if you're not open to that idea, that's absolutely fine. The main thing is that if you're 6'5", 6'6", we don't need anything longer than standard driver length. We don't need to go above that because we can still keep posture. We're just going to lose too much control unless you're going to be doing long drive, then that's a different story. We're trying to hit 1 fairway out of 8 when doing long drive, and we need a longer shaft to get that one shot to be as long as it possibly can. But when we're playing golf on the golf course, don't worry about being longer with your driver. Keep it at standard length. You'll be absolutely fine.